Y'all, so much has changed in the last couple of years in the world of wedding photography, and I'm feeling some kind of way about it. I figured I'd come out here and sweat it out a little bit, get some fresh air, just record off the cuff, but I don't know about you all, but over being in the industry for so long, it just like, I don't know. So much is going on. And I'm curious what the next couple of years are going to be like and how long I'm going to be able to sustain this. So one of the first things that came up that really got me thinking about things and just got me a little salty was I've seen now on 2 occasions different publications and or wedding venues using AI for their actual flyers. And so while they're using the AI, that means they're generating images of their own venue. They're generating images of wedding photos on the flyer. And it's all AI. And I'm just like, y'all, you got photographers shooting at your venues all the time. And y'all using AI flyers. And I mean, I've seen multiple venues do it in my area, venues I've shot at. And I also saw a magazine that I've advertised with do it as well for their couples. And it's just like, it's getting to a point where it's like, I don't necessarily think photography can be replaced by AI, but it's going to be replaced in different areas like that, where like venues aren't going to care about getting photos of their venue anymore because they can just go with their iPhone, take some decent photos, feed that into the AI, and call it a day. And that's the worst. Like, there's so many relationships you could be building that just aren't going to exist now because no one's going to care about the whole, like, hey, I can come and, you know, trade my craft and, you know, maybe get some weddings at some point. Something as that sort, because that's pretty much gone at this point, and I don't know how to feel about it. Also, just to speak on AI photos and AI flyers, I feel like one of the biggest changes that are probably going to come up in the wedding industry is just things being more real. I think extremely polished photos, extremely high quality, perfect looking things are going to go out the window at this point, because there's this weird line now that even if you can tell that something was truthfully created, when it's too perfect, it comes off as AI. I know the younger generations at this point can't barely tell the difference. I mean, most people can't, in all honesty. And so when you think of that, it means that you've been honing your craft all this time to make these great, perfect photos. But if it looks too good, people are just going to assume it's AI. So no offense to all the like flash photographers and strobists, but like getting that perfect in-camera shot with the flash and you can see the background and the sky is not blown out and all that stuff, people are probably just going to assume it's AI at this point. I mean, honestly, sound off in the comments below. I'm sure some of y'all have already done some great work and have gotten comments people talking about is AI and things of that sort. So like, really one thing I'm probably going to start leaning more into is shooting film, because, and I know this is kind of the lazy man's film excuse at this point, but you don't even have to be good at film photography for people to want it, because people want something real. So if you're actually missing shots, or it's a little blurry, or it's not tack sharp, honestly, it's film. People probably expect that at this point. So you could pick up a manual focus camera and just be trash and probably get by nowadays, which again, it's not the best, but trust me, I'll do it. I just shot some engagement photos the other day, and I brought my film camera with me because I want to start building a film portfolio. So I have to get those developed. And I did a shoot a while ago at a workshop I was at. So it was like a little styled shoot, and I shot film for that as well. And I think, so I was using one of the Sigma lenses on my Nikon film camera. It's like a N80, and I don't think it was focusing correctly. Again, some of those Sigma art lenses are known, especially the older ones, they're known from like back focusing stuff. So it was kind of missing the shots, but honestly, I like the way the photos turned out. It was really good, and I plan to build more of a portfolio like that. I'll probably start building or bringing my film cameras with me to weddings. And I only have 35mm film cameras. I don't have 120. I don't have any medium format. I'm just literally going to be shooting some film to have it. Because again, going forward, people are going to want more real things. Also, we're dealing with Gen Z at this point. All the like old vintage stuff is cool to them. Bring Instaxes or Polaroids with you to your weddings. Make those instant prints. People are going to love it. The younger generation's really into vinyl. I've seen a lot of indie artists print cassette tapes. Like, they're selling new albums on cassette. That's crazy. Like, I was in the generation that caught the tail end of cassettes. You know what I'm saying? Like, my first album was a cassette. My first like 5 albums I ever bought. Actually, random fun fact, the first album I ever purchased for myself was TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool. So yeah, that was on cassette. I think I was in like 5th grade or something. But yeah, people are gonna want real things. Vinyl records, cassette tapes. I mean, CDs are kind of in now too, because again, Gen Z and the younger folks are really into the 90s, and I'm just old because I'm like, bro, I grew up with that stuff. So. But film's gonna fall into that. Polaroid's gonna fall into that. Do something different. Write hand notes to your couples. Again, you're going to have to stand out with real things, because at this point, realistically, and I've talked about this before, couples who like can't afford a wedding and don't mind AI will probably take photos of themselves in their outfits, like their dress or their suit or whatever they're wearing, with their iPhones, or their friends will do it and run it through AI to get that one nice portrait. They can do it. If you've seen some of the newer Chat GPT photos, them things look real. It is unfortunate. So, and that's not horrible. That just really cuts out the market for like the low level stuff. And again, that's no offense to anybody, but they're not really going to be affording really nice high quality photography anyway. But the mid range and up, that's where I think you're going to need to be more real. And on top of that, maybe just, I don't know, something to do with the overall feeling of your wedding photography and what you offer. Obviously, people want video as well. Video falls into that realm where it's like, I'm not sure, and videographers will have to talk about this more, but you're getting eaten up by AI, but not as much as photo, because AI video still looks fairly fake, especially when it comes to real things like weddings. The hardest thing is that the wedding industry, and this is kind of the next thing as well, the wedding industry is going to keep getting oversaturated, because as photographers and other genres of photography are getting their jobs eaten up by AI, because, you know, product photography, product videography, anything with some kind of still life stuff, AI is taking all of that. So most of these companies now, they're not trying to pay nobody for anything anymore. So the real thing I see happening is a lot of those professionals coming to weddings, because you can actually make decent money in weddings fairly quickly, and they have the skill set for it, and they still want to be photographers. That's if they're up to dealing with weddings, because that's another thing. Like, a lot of people, they're just not going to be into wanting to deal with a wedding day, but that market's going to get super saturated. So again, you're going to have to find ways to stand out that's tangible, like even talking about film. And I might try to educate my couples about this. And again, I'm so transparent with you all, because y'all can just go run with this as your own marketing as well. But if you really think about it, film photography is like, it's almost like a time machine stopping time, because you're actually taking the real physical light and it's physically imprinting itself on a physical thing. So like, even digital photography is almost kind of fake, because you're not really stopping that moment in time the same way, because you're turning it into ones and zeros. So you are, but you get what I'm saying? It's kind of like recording music. Yes, digitally you are stopping a moment in time, but it's not here in the tangible world the same way as imprinting that thing onto film, or like in vinyl, where the needle's literally etching it into the thing and it's physically there. So I think when couples get that and they're like, I don't want AI, and you're like, well, film is here for real in the real world. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, wedding photography is about to get oversaturated. It's already very saturated, and it's making it very hard to book couples. And with the economy the way it is, it's hard to book as well, because people just want it for cheap. You got a lot of people jumping in, just trying to make ends meet. So you got photographers who aren't even real photographers. They're just like, well, I have a camera and I can do decent. Let me make $500 this weekend, because that's better than a part-time job. So I don't blame them. But it's annoying, because then couples see decent photographer charging $500 and they're like, well, that works for me. And they don't understand what you're getting from a professional who's been doing it for over 10 years. They just see thousands of dollars and go, oh, that costs too much. I want a photographer that's not an arm and a leg. But I get it. It is expensive. It's hard. Okay, it's time for my morning coffee. Let's go make this coffee real quick. So that's one of the main things I really think you can do for your couples going forward with things changing, is giving them more of a tangible experience. No longer are the days of purely digital, perfect photos. You're going to have to bring more than that. Oh, I'm like out of coffee, and I think I'm gonna try and stop drinking coffee. So this is actually, yeah, we may as well we're just gonna use the rest of it, dude. Oh. the saddest. But tangible experiences, again, shooting film, getting more video into your work. So I know videographers, that's even what I was just talking about. Everyone's moving into the wedding industry, and the photographers are moving into your range doing videography too. It's really hard overall. And giving them handwritten notes, making sure you're getting prints to your couples. Again, I've talked about pick time many a time. I get my couples prints all the time. I actually just had a couple order an album after the fact. That's why pick time is just really awesome to use for that. And tangibility and realness is going to go a long way going forward, because AI is eating it all up. I think word of mouth and being local in your community is going to help, because yes, these venues are out here, you know, making AI flyers, but if at least you're getting out there and spending time with the planners, with the florists, it's going to make a huge difference. Again, at the end of the day, and anyone who runs events knows this, if you can still get that human connection, it's going to go a long way, because right now, that human connection is actually the biggest thing saving anything. People have been cooped up for too much, and you have the next generation who's grown up living basically inside a box, and they're ready to get out. They're trying to get out. So face-to-face real events are going to go far, which is why I think weddings aren't going to go anywhere. Everyone's always like, oh no, you're a wedding photographer, AI is going to take your job. No, it's an event. It's an in-person event. It's celebrating two people coming together as a couple. People are about that life. And I know a lot of people get divorced, and there's that argument too, but I think it really is going to stay. It's not going anywhere. So as long as you're tangible and you're giving your couples a great experience and a face-to-face event, you're going to be good as a photographer. But you really got to get your stuff together. Your couples understand what it is that you're providing for them, because without that, yeah, we're gonna be on some hard times. Aside from that, though, as an update for me, so I'm no longer sponsored by Squarespace. However, just keep in mind, I am a wholehearted believer of Squarespace, and will still be using my website on Squarespace as well. I know a lot of people love to think that, like, oh, because you're a YouTuber and you're sponsored by someone, that's why you use it. No, I'm a former Squarespace employee. I worked there for 5 years. I like it. I know the platform. I've been using it for 10 years. I will still be on Squarespace. Unless something comes along that's legitimately better, I'm totally fine with Squarespace. I have all my stuff set up there. So yeah, I'm sure you're going to be looking and thinking that I'm just going to switch it up. But really, like, I worked there for 5 years. But if you all were annoyed by all my Squarespace videos now, that will lax up a little bit, which I'm sure some of you will enjoy. And I also want to get back to doing my live streams like I was before. I only live streamed this year in January, so I've been sleeping on it. We definitely need to get back to the monthly live streams. It's going to be hard at these next coming up months just because I have so many weddings going on. But if you want to see the live streams, please let me know in the comments below. I'm halfway struggling right now as far as YouTube. YouTube has changed so much, so heavily, especially because of YouTube Shorts, which I am not a fan of at all, but it makes it so that YouTube is not really recommending stuff to people. And because of that, I'm making great content. I'm giving a lot of information that can help out new photographers, and no one's seeing it. And my regulars are telling me all the time that they don't see my videos. So if you all could, for me, let me know the type of stuff you would like to see in the comments as well, so that I'm tailoring it to what people actually want. And hopefully the YouTube algorithm will serve it to you, because that's another thing. Right now, if you're ever annoyed and you're like, oh, photographers only make gear videos, that's because that's the only thing that ever gets views. We're not doing it just to do it. But when we make some shit like this video, is probably not going to get a lot of views. I'm kind of just rambling on, but I decided to just make a video today, and I didn't really have any good ideas offhand. I don't have any shoots or anything, so I figured I'd just record something real quick off the cuff. But live streams I want to do more of. I want to get back to the basics and go back to like starting photography, how to take photos, just very basic stuff. And I do have a few full wedding day videos that are old that I need to finish up and get out to you all. But honestly, like, I don't know if I can make those anymore, because YouTube is not paying the bills like it used to. And when I used to bring a videographer with me to do the full wedding day videos, like, I'm paying the videographer a good $1,200, $1,500. Because that's another thing. I hope you all saw it. Like, those free full wedding day videos free for you all, they were not cheap on my end at all. Like, I made sure to produce them well so that you all could get the most out of it. So I'll link them up above and in the description. Please watch those full wedding day videos because I put a lot of work into them and YouTube seems to not care anymore. So it's a fun time, but hang in there, wedding photographers. I know it's hard right now. I'm sure you've seen venues using AI flyers and it's the absolute worst. We all got photos, right? All of us are sitting on photos that we would love to share with the venues and they can use themselves. But nope, it's so much easier with AI. And I get it. I use AI a little bit myself too. Generative AI, I can't. Assistive is fine. Something making a flyer for you, that's not assisting, that's generative. It's like making it. If you like need some help with the text on the flyer, okay, whatever. Like, I'm not a great writer myself, but what is everything coming to? Thank you all for hanging out on the channel. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends. Hopefully YouTube will start showing me again. And here is those full wedding day videos I was talking about earlier as well. Definitely go take a look at them. Let me know what you want to see in the comments below. And I will keep on grinding this YouTube out. Thank you again, and I'll catch y'all next time.